certainly has been a rough week so far for Mouse, but an even rougher week for the analyst desk. If you look at their predictions, it has been something else. And I was really looking forward to getting to cast with Finable Carpet for this matchup against GIRLZ and Mouse, but I guess you're subbing in?
Yeah, that guy's no good. That guy's no good.
Yeah, he was bad.
Yeah, he's just not good at all.
4-0. That was rough.
Yeah, he left. Actually, I think he got fired.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised it took this long.
That guy got hard fired. He's out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad he didn't even have to face anybody on his way out. Because a performance that bad, just go.
Not good, and I'm so excited for Raka. Okay, I'm done.
Well, all right, now the
surprise.
Yeah, it's ruined for me now. I really thought you were somebody else.
My hair is also ruined. My hair is completely ruined.
Well, you know what's not ruined is GIRLZ and Mouse eSports or MOUSESPORTS. They still have a series to play.
To be fair, that's on them, not you.
Yes, exactly. But Mouse, they had a really, really rough series. You are experienced with very rough series as well.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I've had a rough series all day, but Mouse added to my roughness. I had faith in them, and maybe it's experience. And I think that's something that Gibbs had brought up the previous week, is that their experience might be their fault. It is going to be very tough to live up to the standard that people are going to hold them to. Their opponents are going to hold them to. Because it's not just knowing how to play, it's knowing how to adapt. These RLCS teams have played against each other sometimes, some of these players for over 2 years almost. They know how to adapt when they need to.
We'll see if they can do it now. Mouse struggled quite a bit earlier. GIRLZ, they lost to PSG. That was a surprise, as the desk noted. But now they're sitting in a top 2 spot in the standings. We'll see if they stay there. iGNITE in the back. Tigray with a good challenge. Skyline was waiting for it. Now Metza takes control, pops it by Alex, going for a second touch, but Tigray gets there. Now iGNITE over to Metza, who gets a long clear. And that ball bouncing dangerously in the middle. Skyline able to get it out, but iGNITE almost got there in time.
It caught GIRLZ off just as hard as it caught off Mouse. That ball bouncing straight to the middle, and now that mid-control. We'll see who takes it early on in the series. That seems to be a pretty big tell of how the games have gone, even just today.
And Skyline now, that one going to be high, but Tigray's there to follow up. iGNITE can't save it, and Tigray strikes first.
Tigray going to support his teammate. Skyline getting that just around Metzenaris, who thought he had control of it. But Tigray's able to pinch it through just past another defender. That was just speed, counterattack. GIRLZ got caught off guard. They weren't at full form. Can Mouse keep it up?
And Tigray, that was the guy Achieves was saying he thought would step up. Well, in game 1, so far he has. iGNITE up the wall. Into the middle for Metzu, who has to bail on it. Tigray's there instead. Hits that down to Remco. Remco off the backboard. Skyline hits it down to Alex. Alex challenged by Metza, but Alex still able to get it through. iGNITE, not the greatest touch. Dangerous ball. Alex just has to beat Metza, but Metza forces it back into the corner.
They'll keep themselves out of that dangerous situation, but how long? Right now, Mouse has had so much control. They've got 3 shots to GIRLZ, only 1.
Now Metza beating out Alex at half, takes possession of this ball. Skyline, however, with the challenge, will send it right back into the GIRLZ half. iGNITE trying to help out Remco, a win from Tigray, but Metza now gets a long clear. Over to iGNITE in the corner. iGNITE, a weak shot. Alex responds. Now Metza off to the side. Tigray hit it down to Alex, and Alex off the backboard. Chance for himself, and he does not get the chance to shoot. Metza able to clear that one out.
But they are giving themselves the opportunities they need to try and outpace this GIRLZ squad. You can see Gibbs contemplating, maybe considering them a top 2 team here in Europe, which means Mouse has quite the feat ahead of them.
Now Remco at half. Drops it down, going for another hit. Metza was also up. Tigray with a short advantage here. A miss there from iGNITE, a chance for Skyline, but he did not get a shot on target. Now Alex dropping the ball down. Remco there. Skyline with the challenge off the ceiling. Chance for Tigray, who hits it off the backboard. Alex up. iGNITE tapping that safely into the corner. But now Skyline with the challenge. Metza getting beat to the ball. Tigray as well into the corner. iGNITE's there. Long clear from him. GIRLZ just struggling to battle out of their own half. Mouse really doing a good job of keeping this pressure on.
They're not really passing it up to midfield, not supporting each other at the moment. Again, maybe it's those first game jitters. We don't talk about it a whole lot. GIRLZ a little bit slower to the ball, but Mouse, I think they knew they had to come out guns blazing. They probably felt a little disappointed from the performance earlier, and now a little bit less thinking and a little bit more doing.
I mean, we've just seen in Europe that it's so hard to know how a team's going to play. You can have a team play wonderfully in their first series or vice versa, and then they'll play the complete opposite and the next. Now a chance for iignite off the crossbar. Alex is able to clear it away. And that was a good moment for DEM GIRLZ that they were not able to take advantage of.
But they did still retreat back to defense. iignite there. Him and Metzenaris trying to work together. Metzenaris in his new role, he seems to be finding it on this team.
Tigray at half. In to the DEM GIRLZ corner. Alex trying to follow up. That's going to be off the backboard. iignite with a miss. Alex trying to get the bump on Metza. Now iignite going for a pinch. Into the mouse corner. Now off the ceiling. Skyline gets beat to the ball by iignite, but Tigray with the save. iignite coming close yet again.
They're going to keep up this pressure. They're running out of time. A minute left. 1 goal down.
iignite with an air dribble past Skyline, but Tigray easily going to take control of this one. Bangs it off the sidewall. A miss from Metza. Tigray hitting it into the corner. Now trying to get that ball centered out.
That was a little dangerous.
Skyline with the challenge. Remco keeping this in the DEM GIRLZ corner. Skyline trying to center it. Still with it. Now Tigray comes in and bails him out. Ball up into the middle, and Mouse retreat.
They also grab boost on the way. You see Metzenaris now with nothing. He can't cheat up for this pass from iignite. Skyline, not the touch you would have wanted. Remco's here to try and pass that middle.
Down to iignite. iignite to Remco, and they force it through. Just 19 seconds on the clock, and DEM GIRLZ tie it up.
The recovery here from Remco on the sidewall, and then he gets it just as it nicks into the crossbar. He drops it down. 19 seconds left, tie game.
And the last second heroics from the captain. Remco coming up huge. DEM GIRLZ came close a few times at the hands of iignite shots, but Remco the one to finish it off. Ball centered to iignite, and off the post! And Skyline clears it away, keeping the ball up. One last shot opportunity. Tigray just goes for overtime, and we have it here in game number 1.
Tied in shots. Mouse had control early on, but now 7 shots apiece for each team.
And now that ball down to Metza. Metza's shot wide. Alex taking over, going for a dribble. Gets blocked.
Then the wide
Skyline.
Shot. That wide shot was actually a good idea. I think if you put it right at net, it would have gotten cleared immediately.
Trying to keep possession and keep the ball in the Mouse half. Mouse has been keeping this pressure on DEM GIRLZ quite heavily. A demo from Alex there, and Tigray now just back into the corner. Skyline going for the backboard pass.
Gets the save.
Tigray off the sidewall, is going to try to recover. Does get back to the ball in time. Is going to go for the shot, a bouncer, and Remco denies it. Skyline off the backboard, bouncing down. iignite missed, but Metza is able to get it downfield. Still, Alex there at half, launching it back in. They're trying to starve out that boost of DEM GIRLZ by continuing to launch these backboard hits, but Metza finally get this ball out of his half. Tigray right back into it. iignite picks up full boost. Now he has time. Flicks it up. Goes for the bump. Got a piece of Skyline. Alex has to take over.
Bumps.
And a wide open net. Alex will just drive this through, and Mouse take game number 1.
I actually need to watch this to see who bumped who. Remco and Metzenaris smacking into each other on their rotation back, giving Mouse the game. Mouse scored early on, but really couldn't get too much going on for the rest of that game. But the overtime goal, finding the mistake, finding the punishment, Mouse take the first game of the series.
And that was a nail biter again. And we see Mouse play earlier today. They get absolutely crushed by PSG.
Yep.
Crushed. They had one good game in game 2, but other than that, they were pounded. And now going up against DEM GIRLZ, they take game number 1. Did the desk predict all DEM GIRLZ or something?
It's almost like there's a coup, and the players have all agreed to make us look like idiots.
Well, they don't have to try too hard, as Mouse takes game number 1 quite handily.
I can't believe this. I mean, I can, to be honest. I've been prepped all day. I've been prepped all day to know that we actually have no idea what's going on here in Europe or North America. Mouse were able to take it. They had the beginning, but I think DEM GIRLZ really started to control that mid-game, late game, all the way up into the overtime.
It was to me, I just saw Mouse just keeping the ball in the DEM GIRLZ half. DEM GIRLZ didn't really have that many team clears where they were working together. And also, iignite had some tough shots that had he hit, this could have been a completely different game.
And that's what I talked about on the desk. It sucks that we have to hold you to this standard, but your standard's getting insane now. We have to hold you guys to get these insane angles because that is sometimes the only opportunities you get. Cooks can do it. So yeah, I know. You talked about it the whole time. We were sitting in the room. You were screaming about it.
I love watching Cooks play because he just has an incredible finishing ability. And iIgnite, he has that ability as well. He just didn't show it this time. See if he gets more opportunities to put him away. Game number 2, Mouse trying to continue their win streak. iIgnite downfield. Alex stopping the ball at half. Metza. iIgnite with a side flip there. That's going to give Tigray all the space in the world, and he own goals with it.
This is the most elite play from iIgnite, man. He's like, I'm going to go for it. No, I'm going to side flip. And then what did Tigray do?
That's a whoops. I mean, we can't see quick chat right now, but I guarantee you that's a whoops.
Just a couple of them.
And maybe a few no problems. So an own goal, helping out DEM GIRLZ early on. Skyline off the backboard up to Alex. And now Metza will have some space. Challenged by Skyline. Skyline keeping this in the DEM GIRLZ half.
Now we've seen speed from Mouse. So are DEM GIRLZ going to sit on this lead and play a little bit more passive? Because I feel like if they do, Mouse will tie this up.
Tigray taking his time. Not looking for a second own goal right there. Skyline going for a second touch, but Remco just blasted through. Alex taking control on his own backboard. Alex downfield. Met by Remco in the middle. Tigray with the follow-up sends it back. And now iIgnite in his own corner flicks it using that Batmobile.
Uh-oh, double commit, almost triple. Remco's here, but they managed to get a goal off of it.
And sometimes it works. DEM GIRLZ throwing everything but the kitchen sink right here, and it somehow paid off.
I'm pretty sure even they're feeling gifted about this right now. Between the first own goal and a triple commit, making it into a roller, just a nice slow roller into the net.
And neither one of these goals will be in the top 10 plays. But still, if you're DEM GIRLZ, you will take it. Goals were coming at a premium for them last game. See how Mouse responds to this. Tigray leading the charge. Alex with the follow-up. Now a chance for Skyline. That one's going to be off the backboard. Remco gets a touch. Tigray trying to keep this ball in the half, but he'll have to retreat. Remco, a shot easily saved by Alex. Skyline getting demoed, but hits it across the field. Remco's waiting on the wall. It's going to bounce straight down, but Tigray gets a good hit and denies Metzanaris a shot.
Tigray needed that hit. That was going to bounce straight down to net at quite the pace.
Oh, and the follow crossbar down, and it doesn't go in. Metzanaris on the goal line keeps it out. What a play from him.
And they can't keep up that pace. Now Mouse had to retreat. They didn't want to dedicate too much of that. They already put everything they could, and they couldn't get it past the goal line.
And that has got to be devastating. This has been a nightmare so far for Mouse. We're just hitting the halfway mark of the game. And Mouse has just been struggling. Skyline upfield. Metza meets him. Going for a double tap. Skyline down to iIgnite. And iIgnite, that shot was too soft. Alex easily saves it. Now iIgnite again. Bouncing down. Tigray with the own goal this time. Mouse is crumbling.
Let's just take turns taking own goals. You might as well, if you're going to set records, you might as well do it in your own hands. How about a full team own goal experience? How about that?
That's just, I mean, he owned goal the first time too.
Oh, you're right.
I believe so.
Well, maybe he can get a hat trick.
Tigray having a rough go of it.
This is, I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. It doesn't feel good. I know he's not liking it, but you cannot comment on it. That is going to be 2 now. First one a little bit more damning, I'd say.
Absolutely. And now Metza with a chance. iIgnite racing to it. A rough angle, but iIgnite hits that shot, and 4-0 DEM GIRLZ are running away.
Once they knew they'd outpace those 2 goalies, it was just a matter of iIgnite to follow that up. Tigray was all the way in midfield retreating. That first double touch from Remco pulled out the first defender. The second challenge, all he had to do was not lose it. He didn't need to win it. Just don't lose the challenge. Managed to bounce straight up.
Kick off goal for Remco. Mouse, they need to stabilize. They need to stop the bleeding because this is getting ugly.
Can we get back that dude with the fez?
I think they might need to borrow it.
This is looking real goofy, ladies and gentlemen.
And a very, very rough series. So far for Mouse, at least. At least in just this game. They took the win in game number 1. Tigre played very well, but in this game, a pair of own goals from him have certainly not helped.
I mean, it's going to probably feel like 2 or 3 losses at once.
But Mouse, they still have a game they can give up. This is a best of 5. We'll see how they respond in the next game. But still, they have a chance to get back on a good mental footing. A goal here would be big for them.
I mean, luckily they can only go up from here.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
I'm going to say it. They can only go up from here.
We'll see if that's the truth. iignite flipping in. Alex getting beat to the ball by Remco. Skyline up to Alex. Metza was there. Tigre into the corner. Metza centers it out to iignite, but Alex just taps it down. A good pinch from Remco. This is going to be a backboard bounce. iignite with a tough read, couldn't make it. And now Alex going for a shot. Skyline with the follow-up. Now Alex back out into the middle. Tigre off the backboard. iignite misses his hit. GIRLZ scrambling right now. Metza. That shot going to be blocked by Tigre. Skyline downfield. iignite. Now Tigre to the side. Remco has some time. Goes for a shot. Skyline hits it. Ball popping up to Metza. Metza didn't make much of it, but a miss. Chance for Remco, and Alex makes the save. And the time winding down. Tigre is going to opt to keep it up. Going for one more goal. And that's still not hit. And there we have it. GIRLZ taking game 2, and that was a very difficult game to watch, honestly, Carpet.
Yeah, no, there's
Tigre with those pair of own goals. Mouse just came apart.
I mean, he had as many goals as the most goals scored on GIRLZ as well. Remco iignite with 2. Tigre also technically with 2. Metza and Aris with 1. You can talk about erasing that all you want, but that is going to grate. That is going to grate on any human being. That is a bad performance. No one likes to feel good about that. Do I think they can bounce back? Of course. Do I think it's going to be really, really difficult?
I mean, this is going to be such a critical game for them. I mean, after that kind of game, you get shut out 5-0. Yep. You have 2 own goals that, you know, were a little embarrassing. And now, if you lose this game 1 away from losing the series, it's going to be tough to stabilize. It feels like if Mouse cannot pull this game back, then it's all over for them.
GIRLZ had a lot of promising moments. Still a couple of shots I wish they could have connected, but it's still steps in the right direction. I love the passes they're getting, the speed they're able to do. We've talked about it since the beginning of the season. Metza and Aris in this new role and this new roster is really fitting in. As much as I loved complexity with their full roster, I really think Metza and Aris is coming into his full skin right now. You're able to see him come up, be more aggressive, see more shots out of him, right? He was kind of stuck more into that defensive role in his previous roster on complexity. So now you're getting to see him support iignite. The shots iignite's been executing, still phenomenal. Remco there to support his teammate Mouse. I can't even use last game's experience to analyze much.
Yeah, I mean, even at the start of the game before the own goal, it seemed like Mouse was going to continue to keep that pressure up that they had in game 1. We'll see how they respond here in game number 3.
Love that
with
touch.
A shot. That one's saved by Remco. An excellent effort. And now iignite with a difficult shot. A double commit off the backboard. Chance for Metza. And he's going to get denied by Alex. And now the follow-up from iignite. And iignite forces it through at point blank right along the crossbar.
A beautiful attempt starting with Mouse on GIRLZ half, but it just turned around and the pressure was unreal. That shot from Metz was as perfect as it needed to be. Forced another double commit from Mouse. They were just losing boost by the second. And iignite will never fail when his team needs him.
And iignite, that was not much space to work with. And still, it was excellent defense from Mouse. They just couldn't defend it for that long.
You can only defend up until you have no more boost, pretty much.
And then it gets a lot harder. Alex over to Tigre. Metza with a pop up. Remco on the wall. iGnite also there. iGnite's just going to stay with it. Almost had a shot opportunity. Remco. Alex and Skyline both going up for that ball that Remco hit. And now a chance for DEM GIRLZ. Metza off the corner, and that one off the post by iGnite. Following up the pass, and now another pass, but Metza was out of his reach, and Tigre gets the clear. Alex a little slow to that ball. Chance for Metza. Does he see iGnite? He does. iGnite, a shot on target, and Skyline able to make the save, but Remco there to keep this ball in the Mouse half.
Trying to pull as much boost out of Mouse as possible. iGnite gets the
mind game,
and they somehow push that all the way through. Metza to support his teammate. 2 goals up.
We have to see the replay on this one. iGnite, he goes for a mind game. Metza barely touches that one. iGnite looked like he wanted to go for the bump in net. That was
bump.
So close.
Tigre, I think it was Tigre and Alex smacked into each other as well. The mind game still worked, and it worked way better than anyone expected.
That one, again, not a pretty goal. But you will take it if you're DEM GIRLZ. iGnite up hard off the backboard, and then the shot off the post. iGnite coming close yet again. Remco challenging Skyline. Now iGnite into the middle of the field. Metza challenging Tigre. Ball pops off to the side. Remco with the follow-up. iGnite's there to help out. iGnite keeps this ball in the Mouse corner, trying to center it. Now Metz is there, does get to the ball off the backboard. A miss from Tigre, and Remco shoots it wide. A golden opportunity, and then Metza comes in and bumps Remco out of the play.
You can try and claim that Remco didn't expect that defender to miss it, but you still capitalizing on those opportunities that are handed to you. You just have to take that extra second.
Yeah, you need to hit those shots. And that shot is going to get hit by iGnite. Another soft shot, but it was right on target.
iGnite really ramping up them stats for himself in this series. He's going to push that through. Metza was coming across goal in case he found a defender, but the only one was behind him. Tigre was unable to reach it in time. DEM GIRLZ are trying to take this series away.
So after a 5-0 game in game 2, DEM GIRLZ out to a 3-0 lead, about to be 4, but Remco shoots it high. Counterattack, can Metza get back in time? He does.
And he grabs the boost.
And now Tigre just trying to go for the backboard play. And Metza with a big win over Skyline. He has no boost, but he's still forcing this ball down to the Mouse half. iGnite helping out Metza. Tigre trying to clear it, blocked by Remco. Skyline follows up, has some time, goes for the air dribble, flicks it by one, but iGnite gets back in time. A center ball by Tigre, shot from Alex, saved by Remco. Mouse getting some pressure, but DEM GIRLZ meeting it, and finally Tigre able to break through the defense. Mouse is on the board.
Legitimately, before this push, they had 1 shot. Now they have 5. They put 4 shots, 1 of them ended up going in. They nearly caught up in shots. They're only 3 behind now, DEM GIRLZ, in a matter of 30 seconds. Mouse, even when they performed, I don't know what word to describe it, whatever last game was, and now they're down by 3, they still have it in them to put on the pressure to keep up the team plays.
We'll see if they can continue to respond. They have enough time to maybe send this one into overtime. Skyline forces that through. Remco going up the side, but Alex, not a good touch from him, gives up possession. iGnite will take control. Now iGnite forcing it over into the middle for Metza, but Metza had a very tough read. Remco with the follow-up, but Alex just launches it right back, and that's going to almost find the back of the net. iGnite quickly had to turn to make the save.
Metza running out of boost during that save.
Remco off his own backboard gets a long clear, but it was right to Alex. Tigre dropping it down. Metza beats Skyline. Chance for Metza, going for another touch. What a play from him. iGnite had a very difficult angle, but he did make contact, just nowhere close. Metza being a nuisance, getting a boost steal. Skyline popping this one up, following it as well. Going for the flip reset. That one almost looked like it pinched in, but Metza got the save.
Got to give Meta a whole lot of credit. He has been all over this pitch between saves, shots, and setups. But iignite has been an incredible striker for Weedham Girls. They will keep this lead 2 goals to give them game 3 in this series.
And Meta deciding to keep this ball up. And it finally hits, and game number 3 is over. DEM Girls, after shutting out Mouse 5-0 in game 2, they take him out 3-1 in game 3.
And we're mentally, I may have checked out by now, but what Mouse did to get their 1 goal this game was exactly what they have to do. Just obviously,
it's what they did in game 1. It's
yeah.
what they did in game 1. They had the pressure. They knew how to keep DEM Girls boxed into their own net. And they did that. They got their first goal of the game, but they just couldn't keep it up.
I mean, they ended up being even in saves by the end of that. That means that Mouse were able to put up enough shots that were that close to it, they're registering as saves. But what I love again about DEM Girls, 100% assist rate for that game. All 3 goals assisted, 1 apiece. iignite, Metanaris, and Remco all getting an assist. 2 of the goals going to iignite. We know he's their striker, and he is setting a bar right now for his team.
Yeah, I mean, iignite, he was a massive pickup for what at the time was Team Envy last season. They picked up iignite, who was an incredible striker in the rival series. Turns out that he is an incredible striker in the RLCS, stepping up in this game, helping them get this win in game 3.
And Mouse just need to be more consistent right now with that pressure. Mistakes have obviously, without a doubt, been their downfall. The entire game 2 was just a big domino effect.
It was one. I thought you were going to say it was just one big mistake.
It was pretty much one giant mistake. They were 5 goals, only 3 of them they conceded to their opponents. 2 they decided to help out themselves. They have what it takes. I still believe the statement, if you can do it once, you can do it as many times as you need.
Yeah, it's just been so hot and cold for Mouse, even against PSG. The games they lost by a landslide, but then they could bring it back and win a game. Showing the same thing here against DEM Girls, taking game 1, but losing in game 2 in a landslide, and game 3 was a pretty commanding victory by DEM Girls as well.
What is it that makes them feel so different from match to match? Is it just mental fortitude? Is it practice, grinding? Or maybe they haven't figured out what it is that gets them the win? Maybe it's a little bit more intuition, and they're trying to figure that out. But
well, we'll see how they respond here, because their back is to the wall. DEM Girls are just moments away from improving to 4-1 on the season. That would be quite good for their top 2 hopes. Alex taking control, gets it by 1, but iignite, he's there, hits it over to Remco, who was waiting on the wall, gets a long clear himself. And the follow-up, ball bouncing off the backboard. Tigre responds with a clear of his own, but iignite again there. Metza opting not to boom it, goes for a flick, but Alex keeps that ball right back in. A battle for possession going on right now between Mouse and DEM Girls.
Who can gain control of mid? Alex getting 1 mid boost, which means it will slow DEM Girls down a tiny bit here. As you can see, that 3rd player a little bit more delayed to come in. He had to drop further back for boost.
And Alex getting that mid boost steal as well, and a demo on Remco.
But the clear of a lifetime from him.
The Tigre with a massive block. Remco again, though, sending this ball right back down into the Mouse half. iignite. Now Skyline off his own backboard over to Alex, who pops it downfield. But Remco again just continuing to launch this back. Every time Mouse tries to start an attack, it just gets launched right back into their own half.
And that's having midfield control. Once you grab those 2 boosts, it's going to be so difficult for Mouse to clear out and then be able to regenerate. You spend a lot of boosts beating out your opponents when you're on defense. You have to get it around them, maybe get an air dribble like so, but then what, you're going to land at midfield, there will be no boost there, you have to retreat.
And it seems like Remco's been the guy continually blasting this ball back. Now Alex trying to slow play this in the DEM Girls corner. Ball out to Tigre. He hits it to himself off the backboard. The shot gonna sneak over Remco, and Mouse strike first.
What on earth happened to DEM Girls? They all had over 80 boost. How did nobody challenge this?
I mean, I'm not expecting a shot from that angle. Remco waiting.
But they were 2 in net.
It just surprised him. It was an incredible angle to shoot from, and he did it. Tigre making a name for himself right there.
He is the striker for the team. We've heard Achieve say that he wants Tigre to be the one to step it up. And while that was an impressive shot, I'm still so surprised it did not get denied. Open net, no challenged.
Now iignite. He missed that ball, trying to get a piece of it, doubling back, and Metza misses his hit as well. Counterattack opportunity, but Skyline a little too slow to the ball. Remco now off the ceiling to iignite. iignite over to the side. Ball takes a good bounce. Metza's up off the ceiling. Chance for iignite, but his shot sneaks wide of the net, and a demo from Skyline on Metza Naris. We'll see if that relieves some pressure.
But already trying to get creative. You saw Metza going for the ceiling to drop that down nice and quick, and iignite nearly getting the read.
And that ball almost going into their own net right there. That challenge right in front of net. Scary moment for Mouse.
Mouse with the same idea, smacking it off the ceiling, trying to turn this around.
Now Tigray. Alex getting this ball touch right in front of Metza Naris. Remco downfield. Skyline, tough play from him, but he makes a very good hit right into the corner. And now Alex working with Skyline, but again, Remco just keeping this ball launched back into Mouse.
Honestly, if Remco wasn't playing interrupt, if he wasn't playing bully at that midfield, I think Mouse would be a lot more successful in turning their defense into offense. But as you said, Remco is just challenging everything, every tackle he can possibly muster, cutting off rotations, cutting them short.
And now a chance for Metza, trying to force it through. iignite with a touch there. Remco wanted to take the shot. So a little bit of confusion on the attack there for DEM GIRLZ. But Remco again blasting this ball back into the Mouse half. He has been their worst enemy in the midfield. iignite off the backboard, chance for Metza. Tough read, he puts it high off the backboard again. And now Remco taking his time. iignite off the ceiling. Tigray's there, and he finally gets the ball into the DEM GIRLZ half. Chance from him. iignite forcing it back into the corner. Final 10 seconds. Mouse keeping this lead. Tigray up to Alex. Alex back pass. Final chance for DEM GIRLZ. And Metza off the backboard to iignite off the crossbar and in. Are you kidding me?
It looked like he was too close up, but him and Metza Naris have been monstrous, especially this series. They keep it tied up just when it looked like Mouse could bring it to game 5, 0 seconds, overtime.
And this could be a collapse if DEM GIRLZ can pull this off.
Remco got the corner boost.
Metza off the ceiling, going for another touch. The ground pitch, and he hits it! Metza Naris clinches it for DEM GIRLZ.
After such a difficult game 2, it looked like Mouse could turn it back around and bring it to game 5, but DEM GIRLZ refused to make it that far. In game 4, 0 seconds. In the first 10 seconds of overtime, you'll see Metza Naris coming through for his team.